People come from all over to enjoy Double Decker, where food is literally at the center of the festival. 28 local food vendors are surrounding the courthouse where they get to show off their fan favorites. Starting next week, they will be handing out these cards which will inform students to make sure they don't leave their items unattended. The Chamber says that after studying Oxford's economy from football seasons from 1990 to 2016, wins or losses have no significant impact on the businesses here. The Sheraton Hotel and Convention Center has a collection of memorabilia of the pageant's past. Here's Newswatch reporter Brian Barisa again with that story. As the fall semester comes to a close, students are scrambling to sign up for the spring semester classes. With so many students trying to make the perfect schedule, it can sometimes be difficult for everyone to get into their ideal choices. The Graduate Hotel's own director of food and beverage, Dwayne Ingraham, is now a local celebrity after winning Best Baker in America. Ingraham made his Food Network debut 2 years ago, winning Cutthroat Kitchen, where he then went on to compete in Spring Baking Championship and decided to go for the gold one last time on Best Baker in America.
People would say, well, we hope you do well. And I'm like, well, I don't know. You have to just kind of wait and see, right? And of course, and as for the support, though, that has been just outpouring. I can't begin to even express just the amount of support and love. From texts to tweets to, shares to Instagram likes, to just phone calls.
Owner of the Caliguire here in Oxford, Kelly Russell, explains that Ingraham's success is bringing the baking industry's attention to Oxford and Southern baking as a whole.
Kind of helps put Oxford on the map as far as for the baking industry, which is really exciting because he's super talented, but not only is he talented, but he's a good person.
Dwayne Ingraham says that his Food Network competition days are over, but he hopes that his success will inspire people to get their hands dirty and try baking for themselves.
There's so much waste in the design industry. They go in to do somebody's home and they say, well, I don't want this furniture anymore. Well, there's nothing wrong with it. I knew how much stuff was out there that needed someplace to go. I'm Kim Turner, and I am the co-founder of Dwell with Dignity. We are a charity that provides homes for families that have been previously homeless. I was just at a point in my life where I was ready to do something for other people. So I had to balance both my design clients and Dwell with Dignity. If it was my clients Dwell with Dignity always seemed to win. One of the projects we did, there was a little boy, and I think he was 5, and we were standing in the living room after the reveal, and he kind of tugged on my sleeve and pulled me back to his room, and he had written, "Thank you." I still laugh because he looked up at me and goes, "You can write, you're welcome, I've had moms say, when they walk in, they say, "I don't deserve this." And I take their hands and I look in their eyes and I said, "Let me tell you, you do deserve this, and let me tell you why." I says, whatever reason that you were down, you made the really difficult decision to ask for help, but you didn't do it for yourself, you did it for your kids. If my life had just turned out just a little bit differently, that could have been me. But this fills me up, I would say. In my design work, it was a good way to make a living, but it certainly didn't fill me up. I can't believe that after all of these reveals, I still cry. Almost like it makes me a softer person. I have a lot more empathy and a lot more compassion and not quite so quick to judge. I was having a discussion with somebody last week, and he asked me, he says, "Why are you still there? Why are you still at Dwell with Dignity?" And I said, "Because it's my heart, it's my passion. It just feels good." Not only are we changing our families' lives, it's changed my life.
Ole Miss senior Sarah Byron fully expected to be done with classes in May like her peers, but due to closed classes and unexpected unfulfilled requirements, she will be back in the classroom to finish up her degree in June.
This is a big deal with a lot of seniors. I've talked to a lot of people and they've said that they run into issues like this before, and it's just really stressful.
Many of these students are still able to participate in the commencement ceremony that takes place right here where I'm standing. The university allows students with remaining summer credit hours to still be involved with commencement. Assistant Dean for Student Services at the Meek School of Journalism says that students experience closed classes and in turn put the classes off, which sometimes lead to more hours after graduation. She explains that scheduling is ultimately up to students.
I do expect students to come in having a list of classes that they anticipate needing for the semester, but it is not the advisor's sole responsibility to know the student's degree plan.
And what is her advice to students to avoid this situation?
My advice to the student is keep in mind the end goal. The end goal is to finish.
I think it'll be a great cultural experience, and I'm really thankful that I get to go, even if the circumstances aren't quite what I wanted.
Sarah is making the most of her situation by finishing up her requirements in Spain, where she's looking forward to a unique experience outside of the traditional classroom. Sarah Kate Caliguire, Newswatch, Ole Miss. Hey guys, I'm Sarah Kate Caliguire, your host of Rebs and Celebs, and I'm here at the Ford Center to interview our new Miss University, Blair Wardsmith. I think she's already here, so let's head on in. And the jokes didn't stop there. Melissa McCarthy teamed up with actor Brian Tyree Henry from If Beale Street Could Talk to present the award for Best Costume Design. But they didn't take this role lightly. They were both dressed head to toe in full royal garb, reminiscent of The Favorite. That's all I have for this week's Rebs and Celebs Rundown. I will be counting down the days until the Oscars. See y'all then. I'm Sarah Kate Caliguire. Thank you and good night.